Cameras, not the brand. I'm not talking about the brand. I'm talking about the different types of cameras. It's okay if you don't have any idea about it because I'll be explaining all that. Mirrorless, DSLR. Someone says 10 Pro, portrait. Portrait is a form of taking a picture. It's not a type of camera, but okay. At least you answered. Any other guesses? Macro. Okay, macro comes under the lens, the type of lens we are using. CCD is no idea. No worries, no worries, guys. I'll be showing you the different types of cameras. So these are the types of cameras we have, guys. One is point and shoot, SLR and DSLR, mirrored and mirrorless, medium format cameras, which I think most of you guys have not heard about. And also coming to the last, it all started with the film cameras. So how many of you guys own a like saw a film camera? How pictures were taken back in the days? Okay, someone raised a hand. Front camera and back camera. Good one. No, no one saw a film camera. Okay, okay. Yeah, even my grandparents used to own a film camera, which I used to experiment, but it's not working nowadays because we don't have a film studios where we can actually print out the pictures.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Slides are not visible. Slides are not
One
visible in the YouTube.
YouTube. Let me check. Are people from Google Meet able to see the slides? Okay.
Yes.
Not in
Yes, we
YouTube.
are able to see, sir.
Yes, yes. Yeah, we
Yes,
can
ma'am.
able
I
to
am
see
able
that.
to
Yeah,
see
now
the
it is
slides
visible.
and
Yes, now
from
it
the
is
YouTube.
visible. Fine. It is visible.
Okay. No problem. No problem. Yeah. So, how many of you guys know about the point and shoot cameras? Point and shoot, SLR, DSLR. Anyone who own any camera? Have tried using any camera or tried using a phone camera at least from yesterday's class? Did anyone at least try clicking a picture after listening the yesterday's class? Oh, I did not receive any kind of this thing. What do you call picture sent to my mail or Instagram because I was hoping at least one of you guys would be sending pictures for reviewing. Tried phone cam before, slides not visible. Is it visible right now?
Yes, sir. Slides are visible.
Okay, okay. Someone said Ujwal slides are not visible, so sure, sure. Please send me the pictures that you guys are clicking because last year what we did a huge picture wall. If you guys remember, or if you guys ask your seniors, we did a picture wall with around roughly 200 to 300 pictures. So I don't think that is possible at this moment. But then I'll try doing something with the pictures that you send me, so that we have an entire collection of all the pictures. There's no aperture in mobile camera pro mode. Yes, some of the MI cameras do not have the aperture mode, but you don't have to worry about all the three aspects. We can work with what we have. What's your Insta handle? I will be answering your question at the end regarding the Insta handle. So coming to the different types of camera, I'll be showing each and every camera, the types of cameras for you guys. See, these are the first one Canon, which you see over here. That is a basic point and shoot camera, which was really famous like 10 years ago. And the second one, that those are the film cameras. Film cameras are like vintage nowadays, and we do not even have any film cameras left, I guess, that are being made. I think most of you guys own this Canon or Sony or Panasonic point and shoot cameras, if I'm not wrong. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Yeah, Sony point and shoot and Panasonic or Canon point and shoot. Yeah, most of the people used to own this. And coming to this camera, what do you think this camera is? Is it a point and shoot or DSLR, DSLR, mirrorless?
DSLR.
DSLR? Are you guys sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that is a DSLR camera. In DSLR, we have two kinds of cameras. What are those two kinds of cameras? If anyone has any idea about it. In DSLRs, we have two kinds of cameras, guys. No. I'm not asking about the model. I said DSLRs have two kinds of cameras that are mirrored cameras and mirrorless cameras. So you see the difference between the mirrored cameras and the mirrorless cameras. Mirrored cameras, if you can see, there is a slight mirror that is placed in the middle of a frame, middle of the circle, if you guys can see. Yeah, someone answered correctly, mirror and mirrorless. Are you guys able to notice a slight mirror in the center of the camera? Yes. What is the use of mirror here? So the main use of mirror over here is we have a viewfinder at the back of the camera. So in order to look into the viewfinder and see what's the picture we are getting, we use a mirrored camera. But then what happened is mirrored camera are kind of old school right now, and then came these mirrorless cameras where even the viewfinder is not an optical viewfinder; it's a digital viewfinder. If you see these cameras are really tiny, and you don't even have to carry up a big camera bag to hold these cameras. Basically, they fit in your back pocket, in your back jeans pocket. You don't even have to own a big camera equipment, like a bag to carry all the stuff and all. But then these cameras are really expensive. The mirrorless cameras, Sony, which they are providing right now. These are the cameras we are personally using right now because these are more advanced. And those, what are the advantages of mirrorless over mirror camera? So mirrorless camera, you can click a picture and no one would even know that you're clicking a picture. Mirrored camera would make a lot of noise. That is like a very silly this thing. But then there are a lot more advantages when it comes to the technical aspects. There is no difference in the creative aspect, but coming to the technical aspects, mirrorless camera can handle more noise, which comes to the ISO point. Mirrorless camera has better ISO usability. The mirrored cameras have roughly around 12,800 ISO or 1,20,000 ISO. But coming to the mirrorless cameras, the ISO can be bumped up to around 12 lakhs or something. Which one is better? I don't see. If you're a professional photographer and if you are making money out of these by clicking pictures, then I would recommend you to go for a mirrorless camera because that gives you a better output. But if you are just a hobbyist or something, then I would definitely suggest you to go for buying a 80D. If you're thinking on buying a camera, you can go for 80D or even 600D. I started with 600D, so 600D is a really good camera to start with in Canon. Which one is, yeah? So there is no better camera or something. It's each camera is of different use. So these cameras produce better quality pictures, and mirrored camera have a lower resolution and produce a lower quality. That's it. That's the only difference, guys. And the size. If you are trying to make build muscles by clicking pictures, then I ask you to go with mirrored cameras. But then if you are someone who can't handle bulky cameras or something, then mirrorless is a better option. Yeah, Sony Alpha is a mirrorless camera. Polaroid cameras are also vintage cameras. They cannot be used for professional uses, but it's a fun camera actually. I don't think you're gonna get Polaroid cameras nowadays. And Polaroid cameras is not entirely a camera. It's a kind of a lens that you attach in front of the camera, which make the image very artistic and creative. That is how you create artistic images. using a Polaroid lenses, and also using a lens baby. Yesterday, I think you guys have seen how a lens baby looks like, right? So Polaroid camera is similar to like lens is similar to a lens baby. And coming to the next one, this camera, guys, is a medium format camera. I don't think most of you guys must have heard about it. This is generally used for all the big flyers we see at the roadsides and all the big posters. So this camera is a 100 megapixel camera, and these are only used for commercial purposes. We do not want to get into that camera. That is like really expensive camera, and only production people own it, and even no individual person buys it. So just for your reference, I'm putting this camera out here. This is like the most expensive camera you can find in the market, and the camera with highest megapixel, which is 100 megapixel. And coming to the lenses, guys. Before I show you the slide, I want to ask you if you remember yesterday's class. That will be what will be its cost. Even I do not have any idea. It could be 10 lakhs or 15 lakhs or more, Harsha. Coming to the lenses, guys, I want to ask you guys if you know any kinds of lenses before me showing you the lenses. Yeah, we can record. We can record video too, but then the video resolution would be not that great on that. Yeah, I see good answers coming. Macro, fisheye, wide angle. I think you guys have read the PPT which I showed you. Telephoto, ultra wide, monochrome. Monochrome is not a lens, Anthony. It's a type of filter or color combination which we use in the picture. Zoom lens, prime lens. Okay, good. Any more answers, guys? Let me see the YouTube and also. I do not see any answers from YouTube. So, okay, that's about it actually. Each and everyone was right. So, as you can see, we have different lenses over here, which are fisheye, ultra wide, and then prime lenses, zoom lenses, telephoto, tilt shift, macro. So, how many of you guys know what a fish eye lens looks like? It's in the name itself. Fish eye lens is inspired by the fish eye. Does it make sense for you? I'm waiting for the responses. It's in the shape of eye. Okay, the lens would be in the shape of fish eye, and also no, not okay. Keep guessing. I'm gonna give a minute for you guys. Maybe round photos. No, round photos. You get it in 360 camera. Use it more mobile. Use it. Yeah, it's like a view of a fish eye. Abhiroop. Panoramic. No, not really panoramic. Narrow field of view. You're completely opposite Tiwari. Fish eye we can get spherical view. Okay. Let me show you an example of what a fisheye lens would look like. See, this is a picture captured from a fisheye. Hemispherical, I don't even know what that is. So, how thickness of a lens can affect photography? That, Harsha, remind me at the end. I will be answering that how a lens of the thickness of a lens can affect the picture which you take. So, this is a really wide field of view. These are the types of pictures generally you have in that you get to click in from the fisheye lens. It's really artistic. You can go bonkers with that. It's really funky and all. And I only have one picture for each this thing, guys. So coming to ultra wide. Ultra wide is similar to fisheye, but not really fisheye. In fisheye, if you notice, guys, the objects in that are distorted at the side. If you see that buildings and all are in a bent shape, so what happens is it doesn't look realistic. It's more of a creative lens, I'd say. If you wanna, sometimes voice is not coming properly. Please fix my. Sure, sure, sure. Let me know if I'm audible right now.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, cool, cool. Maybe it could be a network problem, but sorry for that. I'll go through each and every lenses quickly. See, prime lenses. These are the lenses which you guys have, which we have talked yesterday about. With the aperture, it comes to the aperture again. What do you think prime lenses aperture would be? Would it be really high or would it be really low? Curvature is more for fisheye than ultra wide. Okay, Abhirup, high, low. Give me a number, guys. Give me a number. Would the aperture be f2.8 or f16? Okay, that's good. Actually, yeah. Most of you guys are correct. The aperture would be starting from f1.4, and some of the lenses even have f1.2 as well. These are mostly used for, see, as you can see, we have a large depth of field. That means we have more blur for this picture. So generally when you see pictures where we have creamy blurred backgrounds, those are captured from these, basically these three lenses, prime lenses called 35 mm, 50 mm, 85 mm. So we have like different aperture lenses in that, f1.4, 2.8, and f4 lenses. And yep. And coming to zoom lens, 70 to 200. Most of you guys must have seen this lens in the television, in a cricket match or something. The white lenses, which is humongous. Has anyone noticed? Or in the wedding season, if you've seen a wedding photographer, he will be having a big lens, which is of white color and really looks really huge and expensive. That is called 70 to 100 lens. Someone was speaking. Okay, now. And coming to telephoto, teleshift, and macro lens. I will be showing each example of each and every photo. Before that, I will be showing you guys how the each and every focal length would look like. See, if you see this slide, we have 14 mm, 35 mm, 50 mm, 105 mm, 200 mm, and also 600 mm. So 14 mm would be something. It would be capturing something wide, and 35 mm little closer, 50 mm a little more closer, and 105 mm, like it keeps compressing, guys. Each and every, the number of millimeter it goes, the more compressed image you get. Even after standing from the same distance, you will be what happens is the lesser the number, the more wide it's going to be, and the more the number, the more compressed it's going to be. People generally mistake it, thinking that if you have a 600 lens, then it's going to zoom into such a close distance and all. But it doesn't work that way, guys. It's like the 14 is has a really wide field of view, and standing from the same distance and capturing the same picture with a 100 lens, it would have a really narrow depth of field of view. But it doesn't mean that you are actually zooming into the picture. You're just capturing a different point of view over there. That's it. Like if you can see over here, this is a really wide depth of field of view, and in a similar place, this is a little narrower field of view. This is from a 35 lens, guys, and this one is a fisheye lens. And what do you think this picture is from? 35 50
14.
14. Any more guesses?
35.
55. Okay, let me tell you, this is a stitched image of three individual images. It was taken from 35 on 35, and it consists of three different images. Generally, we call these kinds of shots as panorama. In the mobile, we can automatically just stitch it, but This one, it has to be done a little tweaking in the Photoshop. And for this picture, guys, how many seconds or minutes or shutter speed do you think I have used for this? The shutter
Half
speed that I have
second.
used for this. If you guys
Half
remember
second.
yesterday's class, we talked about shutter speed, ISO, and aperture. Guess the aperture that I used for this, the shutter speed, and also the ISO. Any guesses? Okay, my bad. 1 by 50, 1 second, low shutter. So let me tell you how much this picture, I think I took it at the shutter speed of 10 seconds. F2, F1.1 by 2. No, it's actually 10-second shutter, guys. I had to place the camera on a tripod and then capture that picture. And also, you see the star kind of effect on each and every light. You do not get that star kind of effect by using f1.8. You get that by using f22, because if you see the picture, each and every part of the picture is completely in focus and is completely sharp. All the picture, all the elements coming from the bridge till the street light or the first street light. So to get everything in focus, what we have discussed yesterday, you should have a smaller aperture, not larger aperture. It's inversely proportional. So yes, you will be able to do that on mobile. You just have to place a mobile on a surface which is not moving. Yes, to get that star kind of effect, guys, you need to have a lower aperture. Lower aperture, as in the f value should be very high, around f16 to f22. That gives us the star trail effect. Even in this particular picture, this picture we have, like we have explained yesterday, it's called a zoom effect, where where I put the shutter speed at around 1 by 15 or 1 second. And what I did is at the time of clicking the picture, I zoomed out a little. Then you can see the light trails as if it's looking like a 3D image, right? Today I'm showing you all the technicality stuff, but tomorrow I will be explaining you on how physically how it is done, and what are the settings that you need to have, and what actually goes on while clicking these kind of image, how the setup has to be done and all. For your reference, before directly jumping into that, I'm making sure you guys see the pictures, the final results, and then we'll get into that tomorrow. So need not worry about how each picture is taken and all. I will be getting into that as well pretty soon. This one we already seen. And what about this one, guys? The zoom effect, no, Prashant, you can't do the zoom effect, but you can do all the other things with the phone. Portrait. Any more guesses? You have this feature on now your mobile as well. No, no, it's not about the shutter. I'm asking. Yeah, the bokeh, the blur. What kind of a lens do you think we have used over here? In our mobile phones, we have it in form of a effect or something. Telephoto, macro. No, macro means you cannot capture things that are far away in macro. Macro is something that you need to capture something which is really close to you. Telephoto, zoom lens. Okay, good guesses, guys. This picture especially is captured using a telephoto lens. Telephoto lens. In telephoto lenses, you have different kinds of focal lengths. So what happens is when you have a really low aperture, that is f16, sorry, f1.6, the foreground and the background are blurred out over here, if you see. And in this same effect can be can be made using your mobile phone as well. In that, it is called tilt shift. Have you guys heard about tilt shift? Tilt shift effect. Each and like almost all the new mobiles has it. Even Instagram filter has it. One of the Instagram filter. So what tilt shift does is you can see only middle part of the images and focus, and all the background and all the foreground is blurred out. So tilt shift is a kind of a creative effect, but not used. You guys should use it. If you guys are on your computer, you should try explore like looking into your camera, mobile camera, and try exploring the manual settings or different kinds of portrait effect or tilt shift effect. Portrait also. Portrait is not really like that. Portrait is for if you turn on your portrait mode, you will the camera will be asking, saying that the subject is not like a little far away. Subject needs to be 4 feet away from the camera. So portrait mode cannot get you that, but tilt shift mode. If you guys have Instagram, you can search a tilt shift effect or something in the effects, and you will be able to click these kinds of pictures using your mobile. Isn't that crazy? Portrait, no, portrait is not like that. Yeah, it's a type of bokeh, but in the mobile, it's artificially created. But using we have a separate kind of lens, tilt shift lens, we use in a professional camera. And now coming to this picture. What do you think this picture is clicked from? Which lens has used? Let's go with the lens first. Ultra wide, okay. Wide angle. Surprise, no one has said fisheye yet. Okay, yeah. Fisheye. So yeah, this picture is clicked from a fisheye lens. And what can you guys guess the aperture and shutter speed for this? Very low shutter speed. Right answer, Dev. Aperture. You don't see any stars over there. Star trails. Yeah, aperture is also really low. The shutter. If you really notice this picture, guys, you see all the yellow lights over here, but you do not see any vehicles. Have you noticed it? If you see that we have like a really high really low shutter speed for this, which is around 30 seconds, and that is the reason we do not have any vehicles that are visible over there. We only have the headlights of the vehicle, the brighter parts that are the headlights of the vehicle that are visible. Yesterday we have showed you the light painting technique, right? So this is a similar way wherein if you capture a picture taking a having a shutter speed of more than 1 second or having a shutter speed with at least 10 seconds, what happens is if you put it on a road or on a busy heavy traffic road and try capturing in your phone itself, try capturing with 30 seconds, then what happens is you will not see any vehicles over there. If there is a moving traffic, you will not see any vehicles over there. All you see is the headlights of the vehicles, that too in a rainbow kind of effect. Have you guys seen any similar picture? Probably fish islands, yeah. A skydiver used by the no, skydivers use a GoPro, guys. GoPro is a different camera. It's an underwater camera, generally used for making the point of view videos, and it amplifies the curvature of the earth. No, this particular picture is clipped from Burj Khalifa. So that, generally, when you see it from that height, the earth actually looks curved. So even without a camera, even if you're looking with your naked eye, the earth looks in such a way from top of that. So it is partially camera's effect, but then the real view of that place is spectacular. So I was telling you guys should try this in the evening, just standing on your terrace or balcony. If you have any moving traffic, try placing your phone on your balcony slab, and try clicking with 30-second shutter speed, guys. put all the other settings in auto mode and just put your shutter speed in a manual mode and try clicking picture with 30 seconds. 30 seconds or maximum, if you have 20 seconds, 20 seconds, or if you have 10 seconds and 10 seconds. Make sure some there is a moving vehicle in front of the in front of your camera while you're clicking it, and tell me how the results comes out. I want to see. Try clicking this picture around 7 or 8. You don't have to go out or explore or anything. You can just stand on the 20 screen turned white. Yeah, that is the reason I asked you to put the other settings in auto mode. If you're not able to put it in auto mode, then what you have to do is you have to put a really high aperture, which is f16, and really low ISO, which is around 100 or even lower if your phone supports it. If you're not able to get the technical aspects of that, you can message it over here if you're trying it right now. And also that is generally used for nighttime, guys, not right now. Right now, even if you try with your highest really good settings, if you try right now, then because of the sun, it's not gonna work out. It's generally used for nighttime only. Do we have to publish our pictures? You don't have to publish your pictures or anything. You just you can send me, or you can upload it on your Instagram, or if you're not comfortable uploading, you can send me directly, DM me directly, so that I will be able to look at your pictures. And I have a plan of creating a collage, photo collage, like last year. I will show you guys how the last year photo collage was looking like. I have a video of it as well. I will be. I did not keep it ready today, so I will show you guys tomorrow how the wall would collage would look like. And coming to the next slide, this picture. See, even this particular picture is like 30 seconds shutter speed, and all the other aspects are really cropped out in this. And this picture is taken from like 35 lens or something, and these kinds of pictures are called astrophotography. Generally we do not get these kinds of pictures anywhere in Hyderabad or Telangana or anywhere in the southern part of the city. You need to go to somewhere lower ISO, low NOS. Yes, very difficult to get them at low elevation. Yes. Not only the elevation due to the pollution over here, it's very difficult for us to get such a huge Milky Way galaxy trail taken at a place where dust concentration. Yeah, really right, Shiva. You are really right. And for these, generally for nighttime, guys, people think you have to pump up the ISO to get to make the pictures more brighter. But in this case, we have to put the ISO really low to make sure we do not have any kind of noise or any picture clarity that is missing. It is taken somewhere from Himachal. I didn't click this particular picture. One of my friend clicked it. So for your reference, I am showing you that. I am not a architecture photographer. I am more of a fashion and a conceptual photographer. So some of the pictures which you have seen are clicked by me, and some of the pictures you have seen over here are clicked by my colleague. And promo red dots are coming on screen. Yes, the red dots. I think the red dots you are referring to are not ISO, are the focus points, or the should be the focus points. I send it in Insta. Sure. I will be checking replying to you guys on Insta once we are done with the meeting over here. But and coming to this picture, guys, what do you think? This like which lens do you think we have used to click this picture? Macro. Yep, absolutely, guys. Macro lens. What generally what we do for weddings is we use only macro lenses to capture the details in the rings. If you see, you have a name of the couple embedded on the ring to capture those tiny details. Generally, the normal cameras will not be. We will not be able to capture them, but we have this macro lens where you can go really close to the subject. Even if you're focusing on your fingerprint or something, you have macro mode in your mobile, I guess. I have an option of EV in pro mode. What is that? EV is nothing but exposure. Aryan, exposure is similar to shutter speed and ISO. So it's like a combination of both. You do not have independent elements in that. They instead of making it complicated, they have just made it easier for you guys and set it as EV. If I'm not wrong, it should be in a mobile called MI or Redmi. Shutter speed of 10 seconds. Okay, Mahavir, if your maximum shutter speed is 10 seconds, then try clicking a picture with 10 seconds in the evening time, around 7 or 8, from your balcony of a street light or of a busy road, so that you get a really good star trail effect and you get a really good light painting effect out of those pictures. F2.8. And also, guys, in the macro, when it comes to the macro, guys, you don't necessarily have to have f2.8 or something to get this amazing background blur over here. You even if you put your lens at f8 or something, because you're so close to the subject, the background will be automatically blurred out. So that is one of the plus point of macro lens, where you can capture the entire detail of the ring, and also you have really good blur in the background as well. It separates the object that you're capturing from the background. And when it comes to the types of photography, guys, I've shown you what each and every lens capture is used to capture, and different types of lenses. And coming to photography types of photography, how many types of photography do you think we have? We have like wedding photography, and what are the other things? AF is autofocus. Gautam, food photography. Yeah. Do we have any more answers? Any more? Wildlife, nature, and wildlife are similar. Sports photography. Yeah. Do we have any on Insta? Sorry, YouTube. YouTube people are not replying. So okay. Astro, mobile, buildings. Nice. Buildings is again called landscape. Celeb photography. Okay. Also, I'm planning to have a guest lecture by one of the celebrity photographer, if that could be possible. But I'll keep you guys posted on that as well. Fashion, yeah. Celeb fashion, and any more. The list goes on, guys. Landscape, yes. Someone from YouTube is replying. Abstract is a form of painting, I would say. We have conceptual and fine art in place of that. Historical, okay. Good, Harsha. Still photography, Anthony, okay. Panorama is a kind of effect or an image that we create. It's not entirely a kind of photography we use. Ocean photography, okay. Do we have any guesses from YouTube? Okay, we only have one. Shreyash. Underwater, okay, yeah, underwater, good. Marine, nice. So let me show you the different types of photography we have. These are all the types of photography we have, guys, and most of you guys are wrong, really right, and some of you are using different names, but ultimately it is clubbed into these all these guys: wedding photography, event photography, portrait, product photography, fine art, fashion, architecture. The buildings which you guys are telling, that's called architecture, and travel photography, advertising or lifestyle. Then comes photojournalism, the historic picture photography that Harsha mentioned, that is called as documentation, photojournalism, and sports photography and aerial photography, guys. And I'm going to show you what each and every like different types of pictures that are clicked in each and every photography, or in each and every profession. Am I missing anything? Yeah. No. So this guys, this is a basic wedding photography. You guys, each and every person must have seen it. Maybe if you have a family wedding or something, you must have seen these kinds of pictures where try capturing moments and couple last year what we did was we went in the depth with wedding photography and how to work as a team, because we were not in a pandemic situation. We had an opportunity to make groups of 5 or 6 and send them to the ground and make an assignment. But I this time sadly we do not have that chance, so we'll have to stick with the PPTs and be talking and you guys listening. I will try to make it a bit interactive for tomorrow's session, where even you guys can turn on your cameras and click along with me. We'll try doing that. Coming to this is a wedding photography, guys, and this picture. What do you call these kinds of pictures? Any guesses? Or what is this picture, if you know? Portrait, concert, yeah, event. You're right, Rishika. Event photography. Yeah, these guys, these are called as event photography, where you generally capture what actually is happening over there. It can be artistic. Multiple photographers work as a team to click thousands of photographs to the event. Select the best photos and the family distributes them, okay, to everyone. Yeah, Shiva, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. Event photography. Let me explain you what event photography is. Event photography generally people think is covering an entire event, but when you are actually event photographer, you try capturing the emotion of the person in a particular event. If you see this picture, you can see the singer zoned out in her own this thing, singing her singing beautifully over here. So the photographer tried capturing her emotion over there. If you see the picture, you will be able to somewhat feel the emotion that has linked to that picture. So that is what an actual event photography would be. Instead of just capturing whatever is happening in front of you, you try to think in an artistic way and also try to tell a story by capturing whatever is happening in front of you. That is what is called event, an actual event photography, guys. And when it comes to this, what are these kinds of pictures? Fashion, portrait, fashion and portrait and model, portrait, fashion. Cool. So these are not fashion, guys. These are portrait pictures. Fashion pictures. I will be showing you fashion pictures as well. But these are portraits. So if you see, we have two kinds of portraits over here. On the left side, we have a full body portrait. On the right side, we have only portrait till the elbows. Generally, what people think is portrait is something like passport size photo or something. Are you guys the same crowd, or do you guys know what actual portrait means? Three and Nella, okay. So portrait, guys, portrait means capturing the emotion of a person. Portraits can be from head to toe as well. See, if you see on the left side picture, even that is called portrait picture. On if you see on the right side, even that picture is called a portrait picture, guys. Both of these are called portrait, but generally, what people think is it is only it covers only up till here, till your head and your chest, and that is not what a yep. Okay, sure. Then the pictures which I'm referring to on the left, those are called portrait. Left side is candid. No, left side is not candid. Candid is something which you click on the event. Candid cannot be replicated. What people generally do nowadays is to post pictures on Instagram. They call it faking a candid, or while taking a picture as well. They try to fake a candid moment by talking to each other. That is not what candid is called, guys. Candid is when the person actually doesn't know about the camera, and something which is not directed by the photographer, something which is captured at the moment without the person knowing it, is called candid picture. People think candid is not looking into the camera is called candid, but no. these two pictures are actually directed images. So we direct the model on how to pose, which you will be again seeing tomorrow. We will be having at least one or two models on, and you will be seeing on how to model, how to help how to talk to a model, and how to help a model in posing, and what are the tips for posing for, and also direct a model in a particular shoot. So those things you will be seeing tomorrow. And portraits share emotions. Yeah, sometimes portraits share emotions, but sometimes portraits have no emotions as well. Venla. So depends on the portrait type of story you're trying to tell with each and every picture. And coming to this, what do you think this kind of pictures are? Product advertisement, product. Yeah, these kind of pictures, guys, these are called product pictures. And if you see, the picture looks very simple. The perfume bottle over there looks really, really simple, but the amount of work that goes into clicking that simple picture on the right side, you can see it is a behind the scene of a bag. You can see that it is placed on a black reflective surface, and then a bag is placed on that. And how many lights do you think this picture must have used to get this perfume picture? Product is the only thing there. That is what must be focused on. Six lights, three, one, four, three, eight. Okay, okay, okay. So let me tell you guys, for this particular Chanel picture, I think we have used only three lights, guys. Generally, people do use a lot of lights, but then it's not necessary that you have to use a lot of lights each and every time. We did manage to click it with three lights, one on the top and one from the left and one from the back. So three lights were enough for this particular picture. Seven to yeah. So it's hard to figure out how many lights we have used just by looking at the picture. But then what you can do is you can look at the highlighted areas in the picture, and that is what brings out how many lights you have used in the picture. And if you see the right side, we have used a whiteboard, which we called as reflector. Reflectors are generally used to fill out the shadows to make sure that this product does not have any shadows. See, if you're putting like three or four lights from each and every direction, we have a lot of shadows falling on the product, right? So to eliminate those shadows from the picture, what we do is we have these cardboard cutouts, or we have the circular sheets called reflectors, where we put it in the opposite direction of the light in order to fill out those shadows. Yeah, exactly. Hard shadows look awful. For the same reason, what we do to capture these is we don't really directly put a light on an object. We diffuse it with something called softbox. Again, the softbox, you will be seeing the equipment as well tomorrow. So you will have an idea on how a smooth light falls on a model or an object, and how you diffuse the lights. So I think we will not have enough time tomorrow to show all that, but I'll try to make it a 2 day session of me showing you all the equipment, because yesterday a lot of people have requested on showing my equipment to you guys. And also I'll try working out the same day after tomorrow as well, having a model over and doing a shoot, and you guys experiencing on how a real time shoot would look like. And coming to these pictures, what do you guys think these pictures are? Insta ID. Okay, let me just put out my Insta ID somewhere, because people are asking again. Okay, please take a screenshot or something, guys, so that you guys can DM me directly. Okay, model. Okay. If you remember, guys, I don't think there is any photography called model photography over here. Like we do have a model in that we have a subject in each and every picture, Sometimes if it's a female or a male person, then we call them as models. But it is not called model photography, guys. Pick from the list that has given by me. This picture. What do you guys think this picture is? Fashion, fashion, fashion. It's not even lifestyle. See, if you see these pictures are little unrealistic. You never see different types of smoke coming out of a smoke dispenser, right? And also, if you see on the left, you don't generally see a butterfly coming and sitting on your hand, and that too, the butterfly will be which is glowing. So yeah, this type of pictures are called fine art, moving towards surreal. Yeah, surreal is again comes under fine art itself. So no, these are not even aerial. Aerial are something which you capture it from a drone or a helicopter. Those are called aerial, Manila. So yeah, fine art. Yeah, these pictures, guys, these are called fine art. Fine art. And the reason we call these pictures as fine art is, if you see on the left side picture, I have a behind the scene of that picture posted on my Instagram. Fantasy pictures, object photos. Okay. So yeah, these pictures I have posted it on my Instagram. The behind the scene. If you look at the left side picture, it is not even similar. The original picture does not even look like this. The hair is different. The hand placement is different. after color grading it, and then you are able to see the final image of that. So you see the effort that I put into. Can I zoom a little? I don't know if I have an option to. Okay, even if I'm zooming, the story is still the same. Harsha, if you want, you can get into my Instagram and you will be finding that, or just DM me on how to. See, that's the final picture that I made, and the amount of pictures that it took for me to combine each and together to create the one final picture. If you guys can notice it, it's labor intense, but yeah, it is, because generally people think capturing pictures would be more than enough, but then the time you take to capture a picture, the same amount of time will take, sometimes even more amount of time will take in you editing the pictures, all the pictures, and getting it. Okay, does Adobe Lightroom have editing feature? Lightroom does have editing features, but we cannot manipulate the pictures. This over here, guys, is called photo manipulation. Can be done in Photoshop. Can we edit? Yeah, we do have a Photoshop and Lightroom that are in mobile, which you guys can tweak. It is very self-understanding. It would take a while for you guys to figure it out, but it is self-explanatory, where you guys can simply try clicking on each and every option and learn each and every option in that. See, even in this picture, if you can notice, I took the first picture and I took the hand from the second picture. I combined those pictures, and I wanted the lake to be visible too, not just a model. So I took like bunch of other pictures, around 10, maybe 7 to 10 pictures, and then I combined all the pictures. And sky picture over here, guys, I it's a different picture which was taken on the same day, which was later on added, and then the reflection for the sky was also added. I don't know if you guys are able to see it on the screen. Okay, so all those command, guys, after color grading and color matching, brings out one single picture like this. It takes like 2 or 3 hours to create pictures like this, but these are the pictures that make you stand out from other people. This, guys, this can be easily done in your mobile as well. You just have to know how to click those pictures and how to attach those pictures. Using how many photos in many layers is also matter. Sure, Shreyas, if you want to learn editing, and if you want to know the tips on how to edit a picture and all, you guys can personally DM me, because we do not have that much time to explain each and every part of it. It will take a little more time, but we cannot cover the entire thing on it. So I can provide you some videos or references where you can actually learn layering of pictures. Yeah. So the what is DME? I did not get you, Harshavardhana. How to attach pictures. So how to attach pictures in Photoshop? You have this picture feature where you can drop bunch of images, and Photoshop actually automatically attaches itself. But if you clicked it in mobile, you can um, then you can use a normal Photoshop. But if you clicked it in a DSLR, to manually attach each and every picture, because each and every picture will be of such a high resolution, and you will not have enough processing power. Sure, sure, sure. Okay, okay, okay. Just drop me a message so that I can reply to you guys. Yeah, even in phone you can do it. I will. If I have the time, I will be able to show it on how to capture the picture first, and then see, even in the story pictures. If you see this picture, I had a pre vision of how I wanted the final picture to be. I see. I will not be simply clicking random pictures of the water on the ground and all the pictures of the empty rocks, and later thinking of combining it. Right. So you need to have a proper vision of how to how you want the final picture to be turned out, and that is when you can plan on what to click over here. So my final vision was I need a wide picture of such a high resolution. So that is the reason I took a bunch of model photos with the different hand poses and different poses, and then later I took the surrounding elements as well. That is model, the side of the model, in the foreground of the model and the background of the model, and then in the post I had the because I had a pre planning. I knew where and how to attach those pictures. I DM'd you like photos. Just check it out. Sure, Mahaveer. I will check out each and every DM. Once I'm done with the session, I will be replying to each and every one. You need not worry about that. Can we take multiple of? Yes. This picture, guys, the picture which I'm showing you on the presentation, it is actually taken handheld. If you see, a lot of pictures are little crossed out, and each and every picture is not perfectly aligned. So at that time, I did not have a tripod, so I did not carry a tripod. So I just took it handheld. You do not need a tripod if you can manage to hold the camera or your mobile without shaking too much. Which software do? Okay, I personally use a lot of softwares, out of which Photoshop and Lightroom are the main softwares that I've used. Okay, someone is asking me to share the chat, Instagram. Okay, let me just reply to Instagram people as well. Okay, I have successfully shared this thing as well. You guys can DM me, and on Instagram also I did share my Instagram, sorry, YouTube also I did share my Instagram ID. So if you have any queries in YouTube, for the people in YouTube, they can DM me directly. Suggest one mobile software. So mobile software, I would personally suggest you to use Photoshop, Lightroom, and Snapseed. These three are the go-to applications for editing in your mobile. You do not need any crazy software, or you do not have to pay for them. It's free if you have an Android smartphone or even Apple. I think all these softwares are free for you guys to edit and explore. And personally speaking, I would prefer even Instagram has a really good editing options, if I'm not wrong. You will be able to edit a lot even in Instagram if you guys know how to mess with the Instagram. Yeah, Nishi Kumar, I have shared my Instagram on the top. Or else at the end of the session, I will be putting out my social media handle over here for you guys to just check on it. Coming to the next slide, guys. Let me put back on the other slide. Yeah, so what do you think this kind of pictures are? Are you guys able to see the presentation? Okay, perfect. That portrait, we're already done with portrait, Sanjana. So, yep, these are portrait as well. But the left one, which you see, it's a portrait picture and also a fashion picture. These again are interconnected with each other as well. So both are the right answers. Portrait and fashion are the right answers for these. See the left side here. Fashion. What do we call fashion photography? If anyone have any idea, why do you think we call it a fashion photography? Any anyone has any idea? Monochrome. No. Showing nice trend, fashionable accessories. Any more promotion? No, promotion we have advertising for that. So fashion, guys, fashion. See, like your friend said, yeah, dresses, and it involves a lot of makeup. We have a makeup artist that is working on a 24/7. Mm, one moment. Okay, yeah. So we have makeup artist 7 for that, and we have a lot of people. The dresser, we have each and every designer working on that. If you have a new outfit or something, fashion is a means of them portraying their work, the fashion designers and all. So fashion generally, not only just a photographer, the makeup artist and also the costume designer work together to create these kinds of pictures. Generally portrait pictures, we do not have this much of investment going on in a portrait picture devoted to display clothing. Yes, and also fashion photography, guys. These are very crucial for the models, the actual models who are working to get into the competition of modeling and career. Those people require fashion portraits in order to showcase their personalities and in order to showcase their work to get more contracts as well. So even fashion models require fashion portraits and photographs. And coming to this one, what do you think this picture resembles or represents? Any idea? Architecture?
Architecture.
Yes, 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 yes. Architecture. You guys can speak
Architecture.
up as well because typing, I think it's going to take you time to type. But animated, I don't see any animations in this picture, Dave. But yeah, yes, these are called architectural pictures, and it's a pretty common thing that you find every now and then. All the pictures which you see in the newspaper of the upcoming townships or buildings and all. Yeah, these are architectural build. Google link. Nikhil Teja, please ask your faculty for the Google Meet link because yeah, only 91 people are in Google Meet, so some of you people can join here. Please get in touch with your faculty for that. And coming to this is a landscape picture, guys. Landscape pictures or travel pictures. Both of these pictures are called travel, where you see a person and also him or her with the rest of the their trip or explaining the places they have visited. And trust me, guys, people actually do make those clouds travel. Yeah, those are those are actually clouds over here. And yeah, on the right side those are clouds, and people do actually make a living out of travel photography and travel lifestyle. By traveling they share these pictures of beautiful pictures where people pay them to share these pictures, so they seem like surreal pictures. Yeah, what what these pictures have is it has a lot of colors and contrast, and as the moment you look at these pictures it looks like a lot of things are hitting it on your face. Like you see the sharp grass in the foreground, and then you see a lot of waterfall, you see rocks, and you see a sunrise, sun flare, and then a person in the middle. So there is a lot of things going on in these kinds of pictures. Dosage plays. Yes, Aryan, these kinds of pictures do exist, and these are actually real pictures. Travel photography, they do not do any manipulations for the pictures. The only place where a lot of manipulation done is in fine art, and another place where a lot of manipulation would be photo manipulation would be done is in fashion, wherein you tweak out the pimples or you clear the skin of a person or of a model to make it look pleasing to the customers or pleasing to the outside people. These are the only two places where a huge amount of photo manipulation or editing, in a simpler word, will be done. Yes, these pictures are in fact real, and there is no fake clouds added in this in these pictures. So, and then let me show you. And this picture, this is a clear example of Just a moment. How do we have a hexagonal shape? And okay, the hexagon shape. Jayaprakash, yesterday we did talk about creating different types of bouquet, right? If anyone remember, we saw how to create a heart-shaped bouquet, and we saw how to create a zigzag shape bouquet and all. It's not a reflection of water droplet. It is actually a sun flare. Sun flare again. What happens is the shape of the aperture, the blades which we have inside the aperture. Aman Singh, yeah, boost the secret of my energy. Yes, yes, exactly. So the shape of the aperture which you have, that is a shape that is reflected on the pictures. See, if you guys see, it is a hexagonal shape. And on the right side also we have the same shape. It is not the water droplets that are on that. It is a sun flare that is hitting the water droplets in the atmosphere, which is creating such a reflection for the picture. Yeah, placing such shape. Yeah, for these, generally we do not place any such shapes, but then the camera by default are in that shape itself. We do not have any circular bouquets, but we cameras generally bring out those kinds of shapes. That is by default. Wait, Dave, I am unable to understand. Cutouts. Okay, yeah, with cutouts on the step lens. Yes, 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 exactly. This is advertisement, and coming to this one. What do you think this picture is? What comes into your mind after looking at a picture like this? A lifestyle? Really, guys, do you really see a lifestyle in this? It is, they are trying to document an incident that has happened, and yes, 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 exactly. Journalism. Disaster management. Okay, those people are disaster management people who are doing a really great job. Yeah. So this is called documentation, guys. And the documentation generally goes in photojournalism, where we see all the newspapers and all the editorial pictures. Sorry, all the pictures apart from the editorial pictures on the fashion. In this, at the beginning, we can see all the accident pictures or um, any pictures that captures the real incident that has happened to showcase to the rest of the world and document it in a proper way. Those are called photojournalism. Taking shape of yes, yes. I think YouTube is a lot having a lot of delay, but will continue. And this picture, guys, this picture also self-explains. It is a sports photography, the most risky type of photography other than wildlife photography. There is no risky types of photography, Shiva, but wildlife is the only riskiest part, but all the other things have a risk as well. But depends on the risk involved in each and every type of photography. Yeah, exactly. Journalism is also risky if you see. You could be in the middle of a rally and you are trying to capture pictures in that. You could be hit by the police even when you're just standing over there capturing pictures to document in the history. Well, if you had yeah, I haven't done wildlife yet, but it involves a lot of patience that I could say, Aryan. Wildlife is not a easy photography. When it comes to photography, and nothing is easy, but then you keep learning by clicking more and more pictures. So wildlife, you can start by clicking pictures around your neighborhood, from your house, standing in your own terrace. Also, you can do a lot of you will be seeing a lot of birds flying, and you will be seeing a lot of nests around the trees around your houses. So you can start by that, and then you can actually move into a place, a wildlife sanctuary or wildlife a forest, and then explore it from there. I think I have an example of that as well. Okay, maybe I do not. And what do you think this kinds of pictures are, guys? I remember watching a photographer waiting in mountains for multiple months to get a video of a snow leopard. Yes, guys, not just a snow leopard. People really wait so long for the seasonal birds, especially. Yeah, Ariel. Yes, Aerial pictures, guys. Aerial pictures are generally taken when earlier it used to be like you have to take a helicopter, and then the photographer has to sit on the helicopter and then capture the pictures like these. But now it has been really easy for all the other pictures, all the other people to capture it. You just have to um, own a small drone wherein you can fly it up to like 5 to 10 kilometers on the sky, above the sky, and then you will be able to capture beautiful pictures like these, guys. Aerial, yes. And then coming to how to shoot. So now coming to the last 5 to 10 minutes, guys, I will show you basic tiny introduction about composition, wherein you guys please take a screenshot of it, and you guys try capturing a picture following those rules. We have a bunch of rules over here, and I want you guys to capture pictures using those rules. And I'll just explain you about this thing, and before that, this thing is called rule of third, guys. Each and every phone, if I'm not wrong, each and every phone, if you turn on the grid, it has these four lines. Am I right? Like 90% of the phone with a camera will be having these four lines. Four lines, the four red lines that are visible. Yes, no, okay. Yes, yes, yes. Can it be applied to phone for phone shooting? Yes, it can be applied for phone shooting as well. Yes. So what a small assignment kind of thing, guys. Please turn on these grids on your camera, and by tomorrow click at least one picture where your subject is actually on one of the intersection points. You see intersection points where on the top left it is 41%, on the top right it is 20, and the bottom it is 14, and on the top left again 25. So what that means is when you look at a picture, the first place where your eye goes is to the top left corner, to that interaction point. 41% of the time, guys, your eye goes to that place itself. And the second highest place where you subconsciously your mind goes to is to the bottom left side, which is 25%. And the right side is 14 and 20%, which are the most looked upon. So what I want want you guys to do is turn on the grids and make sure you have a subject place. Subject can be anything. It can be a simple person, or it can be any point of interaction where you want people to focus on that. Now I'm realizing that same. Yeah, subconsciously, guys, people do look at that itself, but we until and unless we see that, we notice it, we do not really know that subject needs to be at the point of interaction. Yes, exactly, Shiva. The subject needs to be on one or any one of those 4 points of interaction, and you guys can either DM me, or do you guys have the option to share your screen as well, like I'm presenting my screen, or do I only have the option? Okay, if you guys have the access to share the screen as well, then what you guys can do is you guys can share the picture on your screen, and I will be able to look at the picture. Okay, maybe that your faculty has to allow. I do not have the admin rights for this, so yeah, we have the option, but do you guys have the permission to share the screen? If you have this permission to share the screen, then it would be really great where I could really look at all your pictures when you guys can just put it on your by sharing your screen directly. If you do not have that feature, nothing to worry, you guys can DM or email me. So that is not a problem. But I want you guys to click a picture with where the subject is placed on one of those four focal point of interaction. Is that clear to everyone? Okay. Yes. 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 Resume my presentation. Resume presentation. Okay. Okay. Is that clear what I want you guys to do as an assignment? We can present without any permission. Okay, okay. I don't want you guys to present it right away, but then I want you to show it to me tomorrow as an assignment. You guys have to click those pictures and show it to me tomorrow when I tell you to. Or I don't think each everyone can share the screen at a single time. So this is not a better way to show it. You guys can DM me directly so that I will personally make a collage of all your pictures and I will show it on screen directly for you guys. And this is the thing which I'm asking you guys to take a screenshot of, guys. This is called the first 19 rules, wherein which you need to know only about these 12 rules. So take a screenshot of it, and if you see the first rule of taking a picture on how to take a picture is rule of thirds, guys. Rule of thirds is the first rule on how to take a picture. Position the subject on one of the crosshair. And coming to the second is called framing, guys. Frame your subject and surroundings in a proper in such a way that there are no distractions that are in your picture. Did everyone take the screenshot of this? Yes, yes, okay. And coming to the repetition, guys. Repetition can be anything wherein you don't have to follow all the rules in a single picture, but try following at least one or two rules in a single picture. Repetition means you place bunch of coins on a table and try taking a picture of that. It would be a repeated picture. Pile of fruits, like the definition said, pile of fruits or bunch of seats or bunch of chairs that are aligned together. Artistic way of capturing that would call as repetition. And leading lines. Leading lines is if you actually notice a picture or a movie, try noticing it. We generally have lines on the picture which will be pointing towards the subject or the hero or actor where the subject is placed. So wherever the subject is placed, all the lines can be anything. It can be a side of the road, or it can be a telephone pole or anything that should be pointing towards the subject itself. So if the subject is placed in the center, all the lines on the picture, instead of them moving away from the subject, they should be moving towards the subject. You can see a small reference of a person standing there and the lines are leading towards the subject. Same way, if you're standing on the railroads or something, no, try to make sure that you're standing in the center, so both the rail tracks are diverging to the center. If you're standing on the side, then you will not be getting the same effect wherein the one of the track will be pointing you and one of the track will be pointing away from you. So that would be the difference over there. And coming to negative space, negative space is something where we generally use that in sports photography, where we allow we wantedly leave a lot of space in front of a subject to showcase the action that is going through. If you see over here, a person is playing golf over there. We can either capture him in a closer manner, or we can capture an entire frame where we can show an action or a story, tell a story portraying that he is playing a golf, and his the ball which he actually hit would be traveling in the direction where we left the empty space. So that is the reason we leave that empty space as. And colors. Coming to the color, complementary colors is a really huge this thing in taking pictures, guys. The more knowledge you have about the once explained rule of thirds. Yes, Harsha. Once I'm done with giving a brief about all the, I will come back to rule of thirds and I will give you a proper explanation about that for you. Colors, guys. Coming to colors, make sure you have contrasting colors. Basic example of contrasting color is white and black. These two are the contrasting colors. If you do not know all the other contrasting colors like yellow and green and purple and maroon and all these, then what you can do is just pick two basic colors which are white and black and work with those in the starting. And coming to balancing elements, so the bottom six guys, the bottom six are a little advanced for today. So I will tell you to stick with the top six, and you guys can work with the top six. Since we already talked about depth and layer, depth of field yesterday, you guys can try implementing the bottom two as well in your pictures while clicking pictures. Should I share a picture I captured right now? I mean, I did not capture it now. Yes, Nikhil, you can share it on my mail or you can on my Instagram so that I will be able to check it because I don't think we have any time left. Time left over here. Nat Geo website as well. Okay. Did I miss any questions? Okay, I did not. Yeah, like you asked, Harsha, the rule of thirds. It's pretty simple. You just have to turn on your the guidelines in your camera, the guide or some in some cameras it is mentioned as rule of thirds itself. In some cameras it is mentioned as guidelines, and you just have to turn it on and make sure at the time of you clicking a picture, the main point of interest or the subject. If you're clicking a subject, if you're clicking a person, the person's eye should be on the top left corner, the eye of a person, because that is where the focus of a person would really shift into. So you have to make sure that whatever you want the people to see, that has to be on one of those four places. If it is at one of those four places, then automatically people will get attracted to your picture. Did you get it, Harsha? Is there a way to know attendance? I do not know that. Where is Daniel Chinta? Daniel Chinta actually he had some family work, so I'll try calling him tomorrow for the shoot again. We have different people coming different day, guys. So we do not have same person each and every time. But I will try bringing him tomorrow as well. He should be um, he should be coming tomorrow for behind the scenes workshop. Aryan, negative space. Yes, Aryan. Negative space is when we trying to tell a story by wantedly implementing empty space in a picture. That is called negative space. In a simpler word, should I? And is a good place. So thank you, guys. I think we are done with done with this as well. Time as well. And do we get a when do we use negative effect? Mahavir, since we are done with the time, if you guys have any questions, you guys can DM me directly. Let me quickly grab my Instagram handle and help you with my Instagram handle, guys, so that you guys will be able to quickly follow me or sorry, you don't have to follow. You just DM me on that. See, guys, this is my Instagram handle. You guys can DM me. I will answer your question. I have my contact details as well if anyone wants to know more about the more about the things that I have explained today. Okay, share. Yes, guys. So this is my Instagram. Is it visible? Yeah. Did I share? I was not able to see your screen, Nikhil, because I already am sharing my screen. Okay. Okay. Vishakhapatnam, I did say it. Yes, Nikhil, it's a beautiful picture. Yeah, this can be called as a aerial picture and also a landscape picture because we do have really it was taken from a really high height, I guess, someplace from where we have a Shiva statue or something. I've been to that place couple of times, but it's a beautiful picture, Nikhil. And yes, guys, do we? I think we need to wrap it up. Let me see if what we have in chat. Okay, if you guys want to talk or something, I have 1 minute left. Okay, my email ID is in my. Okay, I do not have my email ID. So you will be able to find my email ID on my Instagram as well. How will thickness of a lens affect the photo? Yes, Arsha. Regarding that, since we do not have time now, I will explain you of later on today. DM me. I will explain you on that. Yes, guys. Each and everyone have a nice day. Please stay safe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a really exciting class because we will try to have a real photo shoot organized for you guys, so that you guys have an insight on how actual photo shoot works. So um, please don't miss that. Tomorrow we only have 1.5 hour time, and I hope you guys join a little earlier tomorrow, so that we will be able to show you the entire process on how the shoot works. Yes, guys, and I will be signing off right now. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, everyone.
వేస్ట్ ఇంకా బెనిఫిటే కదా అసలు మేట వేసి లేకపోతే ఇంకా బెనిఫిట్ ఐసిఐసి కూడా అప్పుడు మస్తు ఆఫర్ వస్తాయి
కాకపోతే మీరు ఆ అడ్రస్కి వస్తుంది మీకు ఎస్బీఐ కార్డ్ ఏ అడ్రస్
అదే అదే అడిగింది ఇందాక
ఆడికి రమ్మంటాడు
ఉం?
ఆడికి రమ్మంటాడు
ఎన్నిటికి వస్తున్నాడు ఆడే
తీసుకొస్తాను
వస్తున్నాడు ఇప్పుడు లోపలికి రమ్మన్నా వాడే నా దగ్గర ఎంట పడుతున్నాడు 3 రోజుల నుంచి నేను ఒకటే అడిగిన లాస్ట్ నుంచి ఉందా లేదన్నాడు వచ్చేది అన్నా నెక్స్ట్ 10 minutes వస్తున్నాడు ఏ అకౌంట్
అయిపోయింది అందరు వెళ్ళిపోతున్నాడు వెళ్ళిపోయింది అందరు వెళ్ళిపోయిన ఆయన కూడా వెళ్ళిపోయింది మనం ఉన్నాం లేదా అందరు పోయారు ఆయన కూడా పోయాడు ఓకేనా సరేనా అన్న క్లోజ్ చేయనా
మేడంకి ఏదో పని ఉంటుందట అది ఎప్పుడుందే కానీ
కదా మీరు చూసుకోండి
మేడం వస్తుందంట మీరు ఎక్కడ
ఇలామా రేపు ఏం
ల్యాబ్ లాకేసిందా
చేయాలి
అది అయిపోయింది. ఒక అమ్మాయిని రిమూవ్ చేయాలి, అక్కడే ఉండిపోయింది. గెటింగ్ రెడీ అంటే ఇంకా స్ట్రీమింగ్ స్టాప్ చేయాలి. వీ హ్యాడ్ టు స్టాప్ ద స్ట్రీమింగ్. అది చేయాలి వీళ్ళు. స్టాప్ ఇక్కడ కదా సార్, రికార్డింగ్ స్టాప్ స్ట్రీమింగ్ రెండు అనాలా? ఫస్ట్ స్టాప్ రికార్డింగ్ కొట్టేదా?